Hey there, it's Jenny, and I am going to share with you today how I planned as I went in my Plum paper planner. This is the same size as a classic Happy Planner, and I am using this new sophisticated floral Happy Planner sticker book. And you're going to see lots of flipping. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even going to pretend that there's not. But before we do that, let's start with these leaves. I guess they're like branches of leaves or whatever, garlands, something like that. I wanted to place 3 of them down here, 2 horizontal, 1 vertical. And again, kind of keeping that A, like 3 thing in mind, and then B, still a little bit of that visual triangle type thing. Not 100%, it's real loose. We're not, sticking super straight to that. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about was that there's tons of flipping through this book because it's so pretty. I really just wanted to get a great grasp on it. So the first part of the triangle is that enjoy the little things sticker up there, or little moments. And as you know from past videos, I try not to have too many words on the page, at least when I start out. So for example, like I would not want to use more stickers that had a ton of words or phrases on them. That can be hard because these sticker books have so many words and so many quotes, and they're great, but each week I don't need an absurd amount of motivation. So now I am working up in the upper left-hand corner, creating the second anchor point for my triangle, and then the third will be down in the lower right-hand corner. Now you can see in the upper left-hand corner, I did some layering with that big quote-looking box, and I love it. Like I'm actually sort of obsessed with it because the shape is really fun. It's different. The colors are neutral, and it's just I like it a lot, and I think it's perfect for layering. Like I'm not 100% sure what I would use it for, like as it on its own, but I love it. And just like this little strip sticker, I love how it sort of elongates the cluster. It really makes it feel much, much more substantial because we stretched it out horizontally as well as vertically. And so it just really gives an impression of it being much larger than it actually is. Now I am adding a circle sticker to Tuesday and cutting the edge of it off so it will sit flush with that decorative element. I love circles in my design, but find that circles alone can be really hard to work with. But as soon as you cut that edge off and let it sit flush against an edge or a line, it's awesome. Now I'm going to start the writing in the planner directly on the pages thanks to the mild liner, which is a light gray, which is such a weird color for a highlighter because it's really totally not highlighting anything by and large. I mean, right? I mean, it can be highlighting. I'm not trying to be contrary. It's just kind of funny to me. But anyway, I love it. It's my favorite one, and it's just really does exactly what I want it to do, which is provide that little pop of color, and especially in a week like this where it's going to be super neutral. So I do alternate writing on stickers and then writing directly on the page when I can in the columns. It's not always possible horizontally, just because sometimes they don't match up that way. But we are starting with that, and you can see that, for example, on the Monday, writing right underneath the decorative sticker directly on the page. So I'm letting that decorative sticker mimic a sticker that I would ordinarily write on. So take its place, if you will. And then you can see on Thursday that I'm doing the same thing of the alternate sticker, then writing directly on the paper. And just continuing that into Friday, and also continuing with the mild liners first and then writing directly on top of that. I've talked in weeks past, so forgive me if you've heard me talk about this before. I have a pen that does not smear when I use the mild liners. That's the Zebra Sarasa Dry. However, I like the 1.0, and those do smear when you highlight them. Now the 0.5s do not. There's not an excess of ink, but the 1.0 there is a ton of ink. And so yeah, it does smear. So I'm back to the drawing board. That's all right though. So now you can see I have the week set up for getting ready to go in, and now I'm going to start decorating Monday when we get to that. And these little icon stickers are from Shop Villa Beautiful, and that one right there with the little string tied around the finger is my very, very favorite. I think it's so clever and fun. I actually have an old Sweet Stamp Shop stamp that I loved that was the exact same thing, and I used it a lot as well. I just think it's a really funny way to notate a reminder, and since I love icon stickers, it fits in perfectly. So I'm just adding the icons to the activities and the plans when I need to, like the little phones and the sports balls and those types of things. I don't always use the balls, like the baseball or the basketball. Some weeks I skip those. It just depends on how I'm feeling that particular week. It's really not necessary. And can you imagine how many I would go through if I used them every single week, especially like on busy weeks when I have two sons playing games or something like that? But it's all right. So now we are planning Monday, and I am starting by doing just the tiniest bit of brush lettering. I really am enjoying adding some pops of that. I wasn't doing it for a very long time, and I'm sort of back to doing that again now. And I really do have such fun with it. And I also love that since I have a brush lettering pen that I really like that comes in a multitude of colors, it's also super fun because I'm able to match the layouts with the color of the ink, and I like that a lot. So I am going to continue adding to-dos and happy mail and things like that, and also be remembering to alternate between directly writing on stickers or directly on the page and then writing on stickers as well, and also adding icons when I can. You saw right there I pulled out one from Sunshine Sticker Co. She's got some great ones, and I really like the size of them. They're small, so they add that little added pop that I like, but they're not overwhelming or they don't stand out or anything like that. For me, I can't have them all be huge icons. It would just be too much. I really prefer things to be a little bit more subtle and to allow the design or the decor speak for itself. Now that we are finished with that all the way down the bottom below that decorative sticker, I can also finish up at the top as well, because sometimes I don't leave myself with the exactly right amount of room, but it worked out fine. So I'm really pretty excited about it because I actually managed to fill in the entire column, and it feels a-okay. So now we're going to work on Tuesday, and you saw how I already pre-planned with a couple of the meeting and the practice that I had, and then now I'm going to notate that it's cleaning day, and just this is simply writing in capital letters, drawing down strokes on all of the letters, and then coloring in that little area that's left open with the mild liner that matches. Like seriously, that's all I do. And it's super simple, but I really love that it sort of shakes things up, makes it a little different, adds some variety in the types of writing in my planner. Now, like I said already, this sticker book is so pretty, and I actually find myself flipping through it a lot. So even if I had pulled out stickers and put them on wax paper or something like that, I would still be flipping through because I just really enjoy it a lot, and it really inspires me to see all the different stickers and the pretty stickers to work with each week. Even the boxes, because these have some different colors and some different patterns in the colors as well. Now you can see that I did add also some decorative stickers here too. So it's not just all functional for Tuesday. There were some gaps in the plans and the things that I got done. And so when that happens, I just add a little decorative sticker, and it's really become just my favorite way to plan because it's so cute and really just pumps up the whole layout for the week, if that makes sense. Like it just makes it so much more enjoyable for me. Now I am using that long sticker, which is super rare actually. I hardly ever use them. And I'm going to layer one of these boxes that have the tabs at the top on the top of that long sticker. And again, these are another set of stickers from this sticker book that I really like. They're super cute. And the design isn't entirely unique, but when you pair it with these colors, which are a little bit different, I think they just look amazing. So I'm really having a good time with those and enjoying that. And it gave me an opportunity to try something new. Now I'm also using these Zig Clean Color dot markers, and they have really actually sort of changed my life. I was using bullet stickers incessantly before I finally bit the bullet and bought these. That was a lot of B's in a row. And these have really just simplified the process so much. I have a set of 12, so I can find a scenario almost every time that works. Now I'm just taking this floral sticker and I used a ruler and my X-Acto knife and I simply cut it in half. That's it, just so I could get it to finish that empty space right there. And because I had this huge spot, so I might as well, right? All right, so back to adding a little bit more brush lettering, and again, using the same types of pens. These are the Pentel, might be Sign, if I think correctly. I think it might be Pentel Sign, and I love them, but everybody has a different favorite. So if you hear somebody else say, oh, I love these and I love these, it's not because necessarily quality-wise they're any better or worse. Each nib is different on every brand. So you just find one that you really like and you usually stick with it. But I'm not going to lie, I still love my good old-fashioned Crayolas too. They were much, much easier than a brush pen. So you can see we're just continuing down through here, adding the same way that we always do, writing directly on the page, writing on boxes and alternating those two, and then also adding the icon stickers to the side just to make it a little bit more decorative and make each piece stand out a little bit more. Now Friday comes along and I love Fridays. They're the best day of the week as far as I'm concerned. And so I am going to continue the planning so we can get to the weekend, which is also quite glorious. Am I right? So we're starting out at the top with the highlighter and then the writing, so directly on the page. And that is because right next to it is a sticker, a decorative sticker. And so I don't need to worry about alternating there because there's nothing to alternate with. So I'm able to just go ahead and write directly on the page. Now you saw I did add a canceled and a rescheduled sticker to Friday. My son was sick, so we didn't go to those activities. And it was actually just a cold, which felt so weird after this whole year of COVID to have somebody just have a cold. Now again, I used that strip decorative sticker. It actually just says today on it. And it was twofold. It helped like notate the next activity, like, oh, that's happening today or whatever. But it also broke up those two writing directly on the page, which I wouldn't ordinarily do because, I like to alternate them. But I also feel like decorative stickers help with that alternating, like they break them up naturally. So that worked out okay too. Now, I am looking for icons in the Supermom book, and I don't know if you have any of these old Supermom books, but they have a ton of icons in them and a lot of really great ones, actually. And so I find that it's really useful. I don't ordinarily find myself drawn to using that sticker book otherwise, but the icons are really great. Now I'm just still continuing to flip through because I know I want to add some decorative strip down at the bottom. So I finally settled on that word bloom because it worked perfectly with the size that I had, like the size of the paper that I had. And then it went with the overall theme of the week since I did add decorative floral stickers here. Now we have Saturday and Sunday to add, and there's not historically a ton going on the weekends now that we are in COVID times, but it's also still nice to have a little bit more room to write down all the things that are getting done, and then also adding a little bit more decor as well. So I'm just, as you can see, adding a little bit of brush lettering up at the top there. I mean, I feel like I'm just kind of going crazy. 3 brush lettering in 1 week. Wow. Just kidding. It's not really going crazy. Now I'm going to add the list of the errands that we ran on Saturday, and that was the purpose of using that big full box sticker right there, was to be able to make that list. It can be a little bit difficult in this way that I plan by alternating to simply include things like that without using a full box sticker. Obviously, I can do whatever I want, but I like to keep within this style as well. I really like parameters a lot. And so something like this is a little bit more easy. Now you can see I did add another sticker that I wrote directly on, which is just crazy. It feels like I'm really shaking things up. But again, that's kind of the point, that I can have a little bit of flexibility within those parameters that I like so much, especially with adding stickers and such. But now we are back to adding the activity where I write directly on the page and use the mild liner first. It does feel weird to stick with one mild liner color throughout the whole week because I do normally alternate between a couple. So it feels weird to be just using the one all week, but it does look really good too. So it's kind of a toss-up, really. I could go either way. I also am really liking that full box sticker, the floral black one. I think it is so pretty. There's something about those line florals that are just incredible. I wish we would see more of those plain stickers with just the florals and that monochromatic look as well. I think it's really pretty. So now I'm just still finding, see those stickers with the in that sticker book? I'm telling you, it's a good one. If you can get your hands on it, there's a lot of really good icons in there. Again, you know, you'd probably have to have use for some of the other stickers, but there's definitely some good basics in there. So now we're just moving on to Sunday and finishing up the week by starting with writing directly on the page with the highlighter. And again, you can see that right next to it is that full box, that list. So it works out okay to just write directly on the page. And so randomly, I am using the gardening sticker book, which is so weird. We're starting a garden this year, which is the first time we've done that, really. We've done some plants and planters and things like that before, but they didn't really work out. This year we are starting a full-fledged garden, so I'm actually really excited in kind of a weird sort of way about that gardening book. Anyway, so we are just continuing through the page and now highlighting and writing down those. See, I mean, how many times have I flipped through this book today? It's crazy. It's just a really good one. It's got a lot of really great icons in it and will help me finish with my planning for the week. That is it for me today. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below and I will do my very best to get back to you. Thank you so much and make it a great day.